Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel and the Playful Magazine online. I am Katerina Pavlou from the Lightworks method and I will be doing your tarot scopes for 2020. I will be reading for every astrological sign +1 plus number 13. And if you haven't checked the Playful Magazine online or on paper yet, then please go ahead and do this. This is a very beautiful work, very new, very Berlin, very contemporary, very cultural, very youth magazine. The articles are super interesting, amazingly well written. You can find my tarot scopes on the paper version of the magazine as well as an article about me. And of course, you can always visit me on my webpage. You will find the link below. And on Vimeo, where you will find the extended versions of the readings on the Playful Magazine online and on YouTube. So, I hope you're all well and excited. Let's start. Hello, dear Libras. I'm going to be doing your reading for 2020. Some cards are in German because I am based in Berlin. I am using the LIBRA Tarot. It's my go-to deck because it is based, or it reminds me quite a bit of the Rider-Waite, but it has some pretty magical twists in it. And in the end of the reading, you can make a wish and we can check and see if it happens in 2020 or when. And I will also give you your lucky number, your lucky numbers. So, without further ado, let's start for Libra. I don't read upside down because I use the LIBRA Tarot, which is the first tarot actually made for divination. And that is the tarot that also inspired Aleister Crowley to make his Thoth Tarot. And they are the first texts that they actually had words written on them. Because the idea was that they were made for divination, so they should be as easy to read as possible, I guess, or give as many options as possible. So this idea of putting astrological signs on the tarot decks and words and values comes from a guy from France called Aliette, an artist. So therefore, if I want to check something else, then I'm just using the LIBRA Tarot. It's much more easy because that's where the idea of reverses comes from. So I read the normal tarot normally, to put it this way, and the ones that they're made for reverses, I read them with reverses, of course, as well. So this card in the middle is going to represent you, and this is going to be the overall energy of the 2020. And I know that the Tower could be a very scary thing to many of you, but I love the Tower because it basically says that changes that have already started inside you are visible now. They're taking their form in the outside world. And if something decided, and if you decided to change something something within you, then yeah, that is for the best of you. That's your decision. We have free will, therefore the world should follow. I think that is a good thing for me. I also love the charge here. I sometimes see it as divine intervention as well, or answer to prayers if you want. Your circumstances, the Tower we're going to talk about it, is going to go underneath your card. So I'm also going to check the bottom and the top of the deck. On the top of the deck you have the Nine of Wands. I think you're still pushing and trying and doing and waiting for rewards, and I think they're totally coming. You see them already. It's going to be a breather. You're going to get a breather soon. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Wands, which is another magnificent card when it comes to the wands, because it pretty much tells you, it pretty much promises you a success. There's a new beginning here, very fiery. So maybe there's a new project, a new love, a new chapter in life, anything that has to do with movement, and it's also quite exciting for you. And I think that either you have a new start that makes you very enthusiastic and you put the work down and it just brings you fruit already within the year, or the other way around, the things that you've already worked for pay off and now the new things come, new things start. It could be that the one refers to love and the other one refers to business, or the other way around. In any case, it seems that 2020 has a lot of fire for you. And fire is enthusiasm and energy and will and desire and creativity and sexuality, which is the creative force in nature, and all these beautiful moving things. In your position, the Wheel of Fortune, I take this as a card as an indication for luck. I really, really like this card. I think it also means, as we said here with the Nine of Wands, that there are some things that they're done. You can relax now. You can enjoy what you've created, what you've worked for. But to me, this means that you are really in charge of how things are going on in your life. I think that you've realized how things work. And therefore, you can from now on take better charge or make better decisions, or just relax and go with the flow, depending on where you are and what you're doing and how you function right now. But I really like the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune says that everything moves and everything is good again. Everything finds its purpose in life and everything matures and everything happens. So it's basically a very optimistic card for me. Because you have like big changes in 2020 and you're actually gonna see the things that you've worked for manifesting in real life, I would say that this is a rather bombastic year for you when it comes to some specific turns in life that you've already prepared anyway, so I wouldn't, be too shaken, and that your luck is turning here. You're actually going there where you're supposed to be. There's quite a bit of fire in your reading, and you start the year with I would say that the Five of Wands is also a little bit of a change. Fives in general are change. I also see a lot of freedom in the five. Also, I see the representation of the self. The Da Vinci, Vitruvian man who spread his legs and arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head. So I think you're very concentrated in yourself. I think you're disturbing the peace in which sense? You're disturbing the peace. You don't want to be too settled. The reason that you're doing it is love, definitely. I would say that it's also a good year for love. In which sense? You're either finding true love or you're relaxing in true love. Or you're doing what you love, if it is for business or if it is for career or if it is for your creativity. And I think that is a decision long overdue, maybe. Either it comes suddenly or it has waited quite a bit and then it looks like it comes suddenly because it was already being prepared within you. But you're finding a very good rhythm, 1/3, 1/4 of the year in. So between spring and summer, I think you're going to be pretty chilled and nice. And I think that your perspective on reality changes. You start seeing opportunity in a different way. And I think you also start seeing the way, the opportunity within you. What you can do and what you do and what you manifest and what you can make happen in a different light, because you're creating something big here. there's some success. I think that you have a very good balance, like the Libras you are, between your own rhythm and also trusting the world, trusting yourself and trusting your world, between your own rhythm and also the flow of life, the way you've created it and the way that you've asked life to create it for you. You are guided, you know where you're going, and you're going straight into satisfaction. And I think about next autumn, you will even have the chance to not only enjoy your present fully, but also start digging into the past and getting everything else out that you might have forgotten or has been waiting, has been in your waiting list, or maybe it wasn't its time. There could be a return to love, a return of a lover in your life. This is also the card of the soulmate. So even if it doesn't have to do with the past in this life, it could be a memory of another life, of a love that you've already experienced, and you're ready to experience, to pull into this reality and evolve even further. And because you have the Two of Cups there, which indicates, true love, I would say that this is a year where you're actually figuring out love. I love the Devil and the Hermit over there. I will tell you about the Hermit, that the Hermit traditionally is one of the cards that promise you, that say yes, that promise you that you're going to get what you want. Wish something and the Hermit says yes, especially when it comes to love. The Hermit says, do you want to be alone and nicely and productively and happy alone? Sure. You want to take a break? Sure. Do you want to be together? Is that what you wish? Of course, you're going to get that too. And the Devil, I love the Devil because the Devil, on one hand, it can, for a lot of people, it's the programming that we're already stuck into and we'll keep recreating in our lives, and that we're breaking free from it because we're the ones that are creating it every day. And the Hermit says, hey, here's some light, see things differently, you can do things differently, you can totally do things differently, it's up to you. So whatever you want, it's up to you. Or the way I take the Devil very often is that this is the divine part within us that most of the time has to wait. And a lot of times we even demonize. And it says, and sometimes we need to listen to it, because if we want to be happy, we need to be happy with all parts of ourselves, especially the immortal ones, whether we like what they tell us or not, whether we like the information or not. Imagine that, think about it, the word bliss in Greek, ancient Greek as well, evdaimonia, means to have a good relationship or a happy state of your inner gods. Demon was a Greek word that originally described the inner gods. There's gods outside us and we have divine parts as well. So I think what's happening here is that you're coming to a point where you have the luxury, or you can, dig even further and get a little bit out of your comfort zone so that you can achieve even more on a personal level, but also in your professional and love life. All right, and now it's the time for your wish, dear Libra. See, lucky number 8. You're getting your wish pretty soon in 2020. Lucky number 8, and that also indicates money. Check a little bit. So your finances seem to be pretty good. Your finances seem to be pretty good anyway, because look here, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is a very satisfied lady. She has resources and she knows how to do what to do with resources, how to use resources, but also knows how to enjoy them. There's not much stress in the Queen of Pentacles. You will be able to chill in 2020. If you've had financial stress or career stress or stress in your personal life, I think you will be able to chill. I think you realize relatively early in the year, I think still within the spring, definitely, that there's not much to worry for you. I'm using this oracle that I made because I needed something fast and precise. What I just said about money. The leaf in this oracle is money, and not only. It is growth. It is abundance. It is very good relationship, like to nature. It is good health. Your money is doing really good. When you wish big. I saw that before as well. Like, it jumped out of your cards. If you get shaky, stand by yourself. You're doing really good by yourself. This is the, if you feel shaky, the one constant that you have is that you are worthy and that you're born worthy. You don't have to prove anything, and that you should stand to yourself no matter what. If you're thinking of starting something new, if there's a know-how you want to acquire, some talent that you want to, hone, begin now, begin in 2020. But I think it's also, what these cards say to me is that you're actually starting knowing what you really want. That fire over there, I don't know if this is also something that happens from the outside. It leads you to your desire so that you can get connected to it, so that you can live in love with yourself and the people around you. All right, dear Libra, this is your reading for 2020. And if you want to hear more about it in more detail, then click the link, click on the link below, which is going to get you to the extended version of this reading on Vimeo, where we're going to see a little bit more precisely things about also your career and money, and also your love life, your personal development, and some little extras in life. So let me wish you fantastic holidays and a beautiful 2020, and see you soon.